wrists and your feet and your low back and your shoulders. So this is for you. So you'll need a block or a cushion. If you're using a cushion as opposed to a block, make sure it's a firm one. We're lying on our back to begin. So make your way down and elevate your hips up high enough that you'll slip at either level 1, which is the lowest notch, or second highest notch, level 2. So I'm going to choose my level 2. Secure it there and pick up the knees and then lift your legs up towards the sky. Create a little movement and sink into the block. Let it support you as well as your legs. And then we'll lean the legs in towards one another and try to relax your feet as best you can. Now your arms, if you're able to, you can cactus them out to the sides, bending at your elbows. And take a few moments to yourself with your eyes closed, draining the blood flow from your feet. Also a great release for your lower spine. And if your legs are feeling quite heavy and there's a lot of resistance in the back chain, bend your knees whenever you need to, bend them more. So this position will support fresh oxygenated blood running down and up into your brain. And we'll begin to roll out our ankle joints. Go slowly. And you can double up that action and lift your arms and roll out your wrists. And now point your toes and point your fingertips forward. And then point your toes down and spread the fingers, point them back. And do that a few more times. Now bending at the knees and laying your arms down, and we'll find the ground with our feet again. And then walk them out in front of you. You might need to reposition that block, just maybe a 1/4 of an inch down. So I still have my block level 2. Feel free to invite yours level 2 or keep it level 1. And draw your right knee in and catch your hands around the back of your right thigh. And then flex your left foot and hover your left heel. Now you should feel an opening right at the top of the left hip crease, and you can put your left hand there where you're feeling it. And the more active your left leg, the more you'll feel it even more. So when you're sitting down, you're shortening this area. So we want to open it up as a counter stretch. And bring your left arm back and hover it in the air. Your arm, slide your shoulder up by your ear, and then lean over towards the right. So your left heel is still hovering. And come back towards center. Good. Land your left heel and bring both your hands back of the right thigh and straighten your right leg as best you can. Just bringing a little deeper of a stretch in the back and your hamstrings where you feel your hands are. And you can flex both of your feet and intend your right leg up a little straighter. And then rebend. And set your right foot down. Draw your left knee in. Bring your hands around the back of the left thigh. Straighten your right leg out. Good. Now hover your right heel and actively press your right foot forward. Place your right hand where you feel it the most. And then sweeping your right arm overhead to deepen. Just continue to get longer and longer through the right side. Draw your right shoulder up by the ear. Take one more breath. Reach over towards the left now. Breathing down right side. Keep surrendering, sinking into the block. And then come back towards center. Ground your right heel. Take both hands around the back of the left thigh. Work towards straightening your left leg up towards the sky. Lifting up through the heel. Rebend. So let's bring both knees in. Hands are at the back of the thighs. You can point your toes down. Massage. Gentle rocks. And then set your feet down and elevate your hips up to help remove the block. Peak right at the top. Squeeze the glutes. and then roll on down. We'll crawl up onto our elbows and forearms next, and we'll place this firm cushion or block, whatever you have, level 1, lengthwise across underneath your heart, and then bring your hands to support the back of your head. So your feet are grounded, your hips are on the floor. You want to allow your head to fall back, so your elbows will draw out and your head will hover. And then coming up, but do not lift up off the block. So you stay on the block and tuck your chin under and wrap your elbows in. So we're doing crunches for your mid and upper back, not for your core, not for your abs. This is your upper spine, your thoracic, elbows out and coming up. And this will help to give you a little more flexibility in the middle of the spine, where most of us get stuck, especially sitting. Make sure you go slow through these transitions. One more time going back. And then coming up and placing your left hand down and continue to rise up. So we'll get ready to sit. Back is straight. Bring the soles of the feet together. Good. Put your hands around your ankles and lift your chest up. And then with your heart leading, come forward. Put your elbows against the inside of the thighs and take a bow, rounding your upper spine. Round your way up. And take your hands to the outside of the thighs and bring your knees back together. Good, and we'll bring the legs behind us, so we're coming onto all fours. So you might have that block still behind you. Just place it out in front of you. Meet me in tabletop. Spread the fingers wide, and then turn your fingertips to face down. Inside the elbows are facing the forward. Inhale and draw your chest forward, and also draw some of your body weight forward. And then exhale and round. Invite a bit of sound in the back of the throat, and shift your body weight back. Shift your body weight forward, breathe in and arch. Keep breathing in. And exhale and round. Invite sound in the back of the throat, so you're really lengthening out, enhancing the breath. And one more time. Now as you start to round, curl the toes under behind you. Sit right back into the heels. Good, bow your head down. And then lift your gaze up and peel up your thumbs. Peel up the palms. Peel up your fingertips. Feeling lots of sensation. Reach down with your fingers and spread out your toes. So you're taking the stretch into the feet, right between them. And then bring your hands out in front of you and make stop sign hands. Pointing your fingertips back, and then point your fingertips down, similar to what we did when we were on our backs. Spread, and release, and one more time. Now making strong fists with your hands, thumbs on the outside, lift your arms up, and draw your shoulders right up by your ears. Relax your shoulders down, lift them up, and release them down. One more time. Squeezing up. Good. Release them down. Find the in-between of those two movements, and then spread the hands, splash water away. Splash, splash. 10 rounds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then shake it out and bring your hands down. And then we'll come down onto your elbows and forearms. Keep those toes curled under. Hug the belly in and lift your hips up. Come into what's called dolphin pose. Head is off the ground. Elbows drawing in. You can keep your knees as bent as you need to, but then walk your feet out. So one heel will intend down, and then the other knee will bend a lot. Now keep both your knees bent, standing on the ball of the feet, walk your toes back. Straighten out your body, so you're in a straight line, a plank. Good, lift your chest up and plug up into your shoulders. Activate the legs, the back of the knees are lifted. feel that strength running down your abdomen. Use the support of your shoulders. Keep lifting your chest up, your legs. You can feel your kneecaps lifting. 3 more breaths. And then set your knees down, point your toes, and come up to Sphinx. So it's a pretty passive back bend with your elbows underneath the shoulders. Pull your chest forward, lift your sternum up. Good, coming down and lifting a little bit higher, so any amount higher for you. Listening and tuning in to how your lower back is feeling. So this is a lower cobra, elbows in. You can come up a little higher if you're able to. And then release down and help yourself up tabletop. Round your back again to find a release. Tuck your tailbone under, push down. And then sit back against your heels and stretch your arms out in front of you. Walk your hands in and give yourself a minute at least of stillness before you continue with your day, observing your breath. And I'll encourage everyone to set a clear intention of where you want to take your energy for the rest of the day. Choose one word. Give yourself a big breath in, hold it at the top, let it go. Hands together, now you're ready to continue your day and take it on with more meaning. Thank you for tuning in.